we are again with John and Goose with the Folklore Scrolls. And we fused together, I guess. Oh, we lost it. Oh, we were almost
on
there. Oh, the fusion. We detransformed, so we didn't do it right.
I still have your left finger.
Now you can play piano with 11 fingers instead of 10.
Yes.
Yeah, be the next Beethoven.
I can hit that A key now on the side.
Hey,
and welcome back.
Yeah, we're restarting the intro now.
Every time someone says
no, we're just keeping it now. That's what it is. And we're here again. I bet you don't even know. I bet you don't even know how we're going to start this episode. If you've been following us this whole time, this would be a big surprise to you.
That's right.
We're starting off with SCP. I know I just blew your mind.
But here it is.
Just blew your mind with that one.
I don't have the paper. It's on a computer. Okay.
Yeah, we used to, go and actually find these files. But right now, because of the whole stay-at-home thing, SCP Foundation's been real bros, and they've let us access it from home.
Whole world is digitized nowadays.
Yeah, man.
Did you know you can send files via fax machine?
Oh, yes. I mean, I have my beeper here whenever somebody wants to send me a message.
Dude,
so I can call them back.
Never leave home without my beeper.
Oh, God.
If someone needs to tell me, like,
I don't know what I would do without mine.
Like 0 to 12 digits.
Yeah. And then I go outside and I use the payphone and call them.
Exactly.
We're all up to date here. Yeah, well, all the money we got coming in from this show.
That's
and we can afford all the great stuff.
Actually, I'm sorry, we're actually in the red. I bought some bubble gum the other day.
Oh, God, what did you do?
That kind of used up 100.
You went outside?
110% of our money, so... hey, there's no staff there.
I mean, anytime we ever even, walk outside, we're spending money.
I spend money to breathe.
We're probably, negative 10 grand by now, at least.
At least.
But who's keeping track?
Our accountant, Susan. By the way, she's late in her payment.
She's fired.
Well, now
I fired her a year ago.
Oh, did you give her a severance?
No. She still thinks she's working.
I'm sure that's not illegal. All right. Moving on to
it's
the
fine.
SCP.
Our business is technically from Venezuela, so...
Yeah. It's untraceable.
Yeah.
Untraceable, even though she, works right next to us.
Yeah, well, we're constantly moving.
Yeah.
Constantly moving. We're on the middle of the woods right now.
On paper, it's in the Amazon.
That's right. So anyways, this one is SCP-1218, Object Class Safe. And you want to give us the special containment procedures there?
Let me tell you about this. This one, it's gonna twist your fingers.
This is a novel.
It's quite the novella. It's 2 awards for this one.
Oh my God. Nobel Peace Prize right here.
Nobel Peace Prize.
Mm-hmm.
But for an SCP paper? I don't believe that. Special containment procedures. All instances of SCP-1218-1 are to be kept within specially fitted crates in protected storage. Wing L-03 of Site 28. Just numbers.
Right.
Most instances of 1218-1 are fragile, and care should be taken when retrieving, transporting, and storing them. Due to the potential for information leaks, instances of SCP-12-18... It's a lot of numbers. You know? Listen, I'm not a number guy. Alright? I read words.
I heard you were a mathematician of the greatest degree.
I'm not going to refute that, but no comment.
Well, the highest levels of math, you're not using numbers anyways, right? You're just using some crazy syllables.
X plus Y equals Z, my dude. Come on.
Oh my God, you just blew my mind. I don't even know where you went with those numbers, but they're there.
Anyway, they all have to remain covered when in the presence of sensitive Foundation material. You got that? You cover them. You cover it up.
All right.
Now,
with the
what
blanket.
is it? Any contact with or appearances of SCP-1218-2 are to be recorded and logged.
Amazing.
So there's a 1-1 and a -2. Give me the description.
All right, description right here. Here it is.
Here it is.
All instances of -1 are to be numbered as -1-XX. I bet you know what that is. I don't know. In the order they were recovered. As the most recent update of this document, -1-1. That's right. I'm not skipping a track. It's 2-1s through SCP-1218 1218-1-32
So 1
are
through
in
32.
storage. Okay, so there's 32 of them. All right. So anyways, honey child, minus 1 through 4. Let's see the testing logs. Now, honey, instances of -1 all appear to be normal wall-mounted mirrors. Most frequently rectangular, with sizes between 0.2 and 9.1 square meters.
9.5 square meters.
That's right. You better put some respect on the meters. Anyways, upon closer inspection, the objects are in fact one-way reflective glass.
Okay.
And an extremely dark room visible on the far side when viewed in absolute darkness. To minimize reflections, the dark rooms, hereafter known as the viewing chambers, appear to have floors and ceilings of a cracked concrete-like material with various raised platforms, as -2 sit on. There are no side walls visible, with viewing distance tapering off quickly into the darkness. Each mirror appears to link to a unique viewing chamber sharing these same characteristics. -2 refers to the group of creatures between 1.5 and 1.9 meters tall.
How tall were we? We're like one.
All I know is the feet.
Okay, well,
like how many human feet you have to cut off to measure.
How many feet are in a meter?
I don't know. I didn't go to no Canadian school.
I ain't no learner. Come on.
I come from the Alabama. That's where we learned how to shoot and, you know, anything on the road.
I think 2 meters
that was our food.
I think it's 6 feet. Right?
Oh, okay.
No, it's not going to be right.
I have no idea.
A meter is 5
I'll be able to put it up in the video.
No, I need to know now!
Ah, God, the editing I gotta do.
No, leave it in. This is epic. Meter.
It's so epic.
To feet.
Everybody wants to hear this.
Everybody needs to know, even though everyone already knows.
Okay, so 1 foot equals...
It's 3.2
okay, so 3
feet.
feet, or 3 feet equal 1 meter.
Which means...
So 2 meters would be like 6'5".
Who could say? So yeah, 6'2" is the highest they go.
Okay, so that's
feet.
pretty large, I gotta say. So whatever these creatures are, pretty tall.
You know, average, respectable height for
so they're
big, strong man.
1.5 to 1.9 meters tall, so around 5'8" to like 6.5 feet tall.
I guess so.
That are frequently visible in the viewing chambers. So they appear humanoid.
Isn't that just normal human heights then?
Yeah, it's like normal human male heights, I guess.
Or female. You can't just.
No,
just block that like that. You gatekeeping height.
Well, let's just say humans. Average humans.
Humans.
They appear humanoid with heavily jaundiced skin.
Jaundiced?
Jaundiced skin.
That means yellow, right?
I guess so.
Yellow skin.
Of a leathery appearance that obscures defining features. Each creature has 4 wounds on its head, holes rigged in torn flesh, that are roughly equivalent in position to a human's eyes, nose, and mouth.
So
the creatures hereafter
holes for face. Okay.
Yeah, they're hereafter referred to as the Yellow Men. They wear moth-eaten suits, identified as those in style during the It's blocked out, so I'm going to say the 1960s.
Okay.
SCP-1218-2 appear aware of viewers in front of -1 and have been seen to not only follow the movements of test subjects, but actively take notes in what seems to be a blank brand notebook.
I'm going to just assume it's the word IKEA.
Walmart.
All right.
Yeah.
Walmart.
Or like
Walmart doesn't have a
meat
brand.
Packing.
Walmart sells other brands. They don't have their own brand.
Yeah. Staples.
Okay, in a Dempster's brand notebook, the bread Dempster's.
Dr. Kool-Aid's recovered testing logs.
All right, I'll read the first one here.
Okay, then we have no dates.
Dr. Kool-Aid, man. We've ruled out the idea of some sort of projection. Test subjects move into different positions, have their field of view through the mirror change accordingly. The subjects were visibly startled when SCP-2 followed their movements, leading one to panic and one to scream. Lights were brought up and subjects removed from the test chamber. Hey. It appears that light levels low. One looks, our test subjects start to become uneasy around -1. They describe either the feeling of being watched or the room being larger than it appears. I theorize that this subconscious is picking up on subtle visual clues of the viewing room beyond the mirrors that is still too overwhelmed by the reflections for their conscious brains to identify. I have rigged up the testing room with hidden low light cameras which are able to pick up just enough light to make their tapes worthwhile for repeat studies. Crush. Continue testing on multiple instances of SCP-1. Suggest that each is linked to a separate room, though the number of viewing -2 changes, suggesting that they may enter and leave the rooms throughout the day. Also of note, it appears that the primary mode of lighting that allows the viewing room to be seen by the embers of a cigarette. If none of the -2 are smoking, it stands to reason that the viewing room would be pitch black. It's possible that this accounts for the instances where we are unable to see anything through the mirror, even in utter darkness. Ah!
My God, we got so popular we had Yoda come in here.
Yoda, Dr. Yoda, oh my goodness.
Oh.
What other reports are there?
Oh my God. So far, I've managed to, identify at least 19 unique -2s from, the viewing logs. Their facial and body structures are extremely similar, but blemishes on their skin, height, and the suits are wearing are enough to distinguish one from another. Note that these individuals do not always appear to be in the same viewing room.
That report came from,
their fashion is so off. I just gotta tell you, their blemishes, they could totally use a 95 on there, and just a little bit of blush, and that'd be fine. Just gotta say.
That report came from Dr. Butch.
That's right, Dr. Butch.
An unfitting name, but that's her name. So
no judgments here.
Let's see. Testing on D-class subjects so far has found no adverse effects from exposure to -1 or -2. I have therefore decided that it is safe for my assistants and I to perform tests directly.
Given the quantity of -1s we received, I have approved testing to try breaking one to see if it retains its effects. Shattering an instance of -1 does cause it to cease displaying any anomalous effects. However, redacted, like rotting fruit, which quickly dissipated. So I think it smelt like rotting fruit. I'm gonna guess he didn't taste it, putting glass in his mouth.
Oh yeah, I guess it doesn't say what sense it is.
Yeah, this is redacted.
Weird.
One of my assistants came with me today with something I had missed in the early experiments. She noted that when subject D-9002 screamed in fright, one of the yellow men stepped back suddenly, as if startled. I wonder if perhaps sound might connect these locations as well.
Thank you.
Mr. Soup.
I've added a laser microphone to the complement of recording devices trained on 125. We picked up the following anomalous sounds. See audio log summary. -2 continue to intrigue me. They respond to my actions as if they can see me clearly. Though personally, I don't know if they can see anything. The low light has made it impossible to determine as of yet that there are in fact eyes beneath those shredded sockets. It's like watching animals at a zoo. They move to follow our actions, but don't reciprocate any attempts to communicate. I'm curious what they are writing. It's too bad there isn't enough light to read it.
More instances of SCP-1218-1 continue to be brought in. Now that we know their properties, we've begun going through old reports from blank and blank database to gather more leads. Mobile Task Force Beta 6, the window washers, in quotes, has been created to not only collect more of these mirrors, but to try and trace their origin.
It just devolved to soup.
I'll have to go through my notes, but it seems like there are more -2 than usual appearing for my tests.
We have 26 instances of SCP-1218-1 in storage as this date. Having exhausted pre-existing leads, I worried that, given the difficulty of noticing the effects, that there could be many more out there.
I know there are more now. The most recent tests had over 10 of them watching. I don't like this. I've taken testing tapes home by Redacted. I'm going to pore over every frame until I find something of use. I spent the last 3 nights poring over these tapes. I think the lack of sleep is getting to me. I was walking past the mirror in hallway H7 today. I could have sworn I saw something looking out at me. I broke the mirror in the hallway. At least now I'm sure. I figured it out. I should have been looking closer at the details on their Redacted. I'm not sure, but I might know where and what they are.
End of record. See incident H1218-8. So here's the audio log first of all.
So this is the things they were able to
The following
catch.
noises were picked up by the laser microphone over a 7-day period. Sound analysis software has been used to identify the most likely source of each sound, as well as likelihood of accuracy, and the number of times it occurred. Okay, first we got footsteps in socks. 99% coincided with movements of test subjects.
Footsteps on loafers, 95% usually coincide with the movement of SCP-2.
Dripping water, continual.
Animal noise, cat, purr, 18% frequent.
Running water, faucet, 92%, 42.
Chewing, human adult, 12%, 40.
What is that number? Accuracy and the number of times it occurred. So, okay.
Okay.
So they chewed 40 times.
Right.
Voices, adult, unintelligible, 80%, 30 times.
Falling item, rubber tubing, 14%, 29.
They dropped rubber tubing 29 times.
I guess.
Running water, a shower, 90%, 13 times.
Machinery, forklift, 87%, 12 times.
Voices, children, unintelligible, 84%, 11 times.
Snoring, adult, 93%, 7 times.
Redacted.
Laughter, children, 93%.
We're children. Siren ambulance, 92%, only twice.
SCP blank, 64% -2. Or,
They heard an
one time.
SCP. Oh dear. Shaking chains, 88%, only once.
Shattering glass, 92%, once.
Voice, adult, female, unintelligible. Other one, we're going to be late. That's what they said. 82%, one.
Scream, adult female, 83%, 1.
Hilarious. Let's see. Incident H-A. On blank, Dr. Kool-Aid was found dead at his private residence.
Oh, yeah.
He was discovered hanging by a noose in his attic after
Oh,
failing
no.
to show up to work for 3 days. Forensic evidence at the scene suggested suicide. Every single mirror in his house was found and shattered. According to the standard protocol, further testing of SCP-1218 is to be postponed until all possible mimetic and mental influence is ruled out. Addendum A. Additional scrutiny of the mirror fragments of the home of Dr. Blank find that redacted, inconsistent with being shattered by a blow or weapon. The video logs were also missing from the scene. Additional investigations are underway to ascertain all the details of H-A. That's the incident. Addendum B. 1218 is pending upgrade to Euclid status.
So they are probably guessing that maybe they were able to travel through the mirrors because they were able to go get the tapes.
Interesting.
And maybe when they traveled back through the mirrors, it shattered.